Hey guys, Sean here from Tesla Family again. I got a little curb rash here the other day. Just a dumb mistake, backing up Model 3 and got too close to the curb. It's probably a good 6-inch length here on the rim. I do have the aero wheel, so this is a dark gray color. I hit it with an abrasive wheel, and then I went on to Amazon and I bought this Dupli-Color Fix All-in-1 paint pen. It's got a abrasive tip, a pinpoint tip with roller ball, a tapered brush for the paint, and then even a clear coat. So I'm going to try to see if I can fix this here and see how it turns out. So here's a close-up of the damage. Again, I feel like an idiot, but it happens, you know. And we're going to try to repair that with this. It's actually a Ford touch-up paint called Dark Shadow Gray AFM 0360. There's another video on YouTube or a Google search I did to find this color. It's supposed to be a pretty close match. Actually, in the Amazon reviews, someone commented or had asked a question if it would work, and they said it was a near exact match. So here we go. We're going to use this abrasive tip to clean up some of the high and low spots first. Alright, here's the abrasive tip. I'm just trying to get out some of these rough spots. It's not going to be perfect. Perhaps if I had a better blending disc on a drill or something, I could really smooth it out better, but hopefully the paint will level itself out when I get it on. Okay, here's how it looks after I used the abrasive tip. I'm going to wipe it up now with some isopropyl alcohol to clean it all out. Alright, so here's isopropyl alcohol. Got the 91% here on a sock, and just cleaning it all out with the sock. You can actually see that I took it down below the primer, right actually down into the aluminum wheel. It was a pretty tough hit on a curb. And I'm going to try to just level it out with some paint. It probably won't be perfect, but I think I paid $15 for this pen. So we'll make it nearly invisible. Okay, you can see here I'm starting to put the paint on. It might be a shade darker than the actual wheel. But from a distance, and with the aero covers on, you definitely have to look closely, I think. So I'm going to put a good coat on. This is a primer and paint in one. Let it level itself out for about 30 minutes, then we're going to hit it with a clear. And that clear coat does come with this particular Dupli-Color paint marker. Alright, I have the paint on, and you know, from a distance you really can't even tell. You definitely can't see the scuff, you can't see the aluminum anymore, or the black primer that was underneath. You have to come real close and look for some of the high and low spots to really tell. This isn't even dry yet, so maybe it'll actually lighten up upon drying. Okay, first coat's been on for about 15 minutes or so, and it's not completely dry, but I think dry enough for what I'm going to do is put a second coat on. And it's probably not required, but I want to do that to fill in some of these lower spots here. I think a second coat, we could fill in some of these lower spots and sort of blend in the imperfections of the wheel with the paint. Then we'll put the clear coat on. Okay, here we are. The second coat has dried, and there's still some high and low spots in there, mainly low spots. I'm not going to fumble around with 3, 4, 5 coats of paint to try to get those. Ready to just go ahead and put on the clear coat, and maybe that will do some filling in as well. And then we'll put the aero covers back on, and you know, the color actually is a very close match. Now that it's dried, it looks almost perfect. The only imperfection is the scuff marks there, the deeper scuff marks from the curb. So you take off the top part here, and you have the clear coat. There's a nice little foam brush in here, like this. I'm just gonna come up here and start putting on a little bit of clear coat. Easy as pie. Seal everything in. So I'm gonna finish this up, and I'll show you what it looks like when it's finished. And probably give it another half an hour to dry. Okay, here we are, actually a little while later, just now getting back to the project. We're in full sun and the clear coat is all dried. I'm going to put on the aero covers. However, you can see that the color match is pretty close. In direct sunlight, I guess you can see that there is a tinge of difference. This is more metallic. You know, the natural color is more of a metallic. It has some like metal flake in it, where the Dupli-Color doesn't really have any metal flake in it. The color's pretty close. I would say it's a little more yellow than stock, but you know, we're really nitpicking. We're real close to it. Let's put the aero cover on and see if you can even tell from a distance. Actually, here is a side-by-side view. I'm going to show you before and after, just to do a quick comparison. Okay, the aero cover is on, and standing back about this far, you really can't tell. You can't see any obvious scuff marks. I mean, if you look closely and you really draw your focus onto the edge of the wheel, and you know there's damage there, you can tell. But it's a pretty close match here. Hey, I'll give it a thumbs up for sure. It only cost, you know, $15. Much cheaper than a new wheel. So hey, if you like this video, give me a thumbs up. Leave a comment. You know, if you've tried this and you had similar results, or if you tried a different color, maybe it's even closer than what I've used. Subscribe if you want to see more content. Thanks a lot, everyone.